And we're back. It's episode 12 of the Misyk And Maat Sports Talk, but it's only me. I'm just kidding. We got a guest.
Hey.
He's back. His third appearance.
Yeah.
Mucky. Woo!
Ooh.
Claps for himself.
I got it. No one else claps for me, so I got to do it for myself.
We got in the studio like an hour ago.
Yeah, an hour ago, I think.
I thought that like the troubles with setting up the recording would just be finished after my first couple episodes setting it up with Cody, but we were wrong. Something's wrong with that one mic, so I'm on the other side of the room where I usually sit. It's not like you guys could tell anyways. Maybe I sound a little bit quieter, I guess, but like...
No, we went to two different studios.
Yeah, we went to the other studio, and it didn't sound good. That one mic didn't sound good, so... But we're here. We figured it out. Episode 12. Mucky's back. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Better now that we figured this shit out.
Yeah, now that we're actually recording.
We have... There's a lot of baseball news to talk about, but, like, I'm not going to go too in-depth with the baseball stuff. Cause we'll wait till Cody gets back.
Yeah, that's smart.
Because I feel like you should put your guests in a position to succeed.
Yeah.
And I feel like throwing baseball news at Mucky wouldn't be ideal.
Yeah, what if Bardown wants to hire me? Then what happens?
Did you know that when you usually when like TSN and shit's gonna hire you, they make you take like a sports test?
Actually, that makes sense though.
That's what. Because I'm a radio student. I just assume that everyone knows that because I've talked about it a lot. But we were talking about our practicums, and someone took their practicum at TSN 1260 here, and they make you take like a sports test, and they'll ask you just like random questions, like name like 4 players on the New York Knicks.
Oh no, that makes sense though.
And I think I do pretty good at anything other than football. Because I don't know anything about football. Like, I could answer the easy questions like, who won MVP? Who won the Super Bowl?
Like Tom Brady. Right?
Did he win MVP?
I have no idea. I was just guessing.
I think.
It was either him or Patrick
No, Aaron
Mahomes.
Rodgers won MVP last year,
Who
I think.
won what if it NFL MVP?
I think it's Aaron Rodgers.
2020? Aaron Rodgers.
Mr. Anti-Vax himself. Did you hear about that?
No, I don't follow football.
I don't follow football either, but essentially you have to be vaccinated, obviously, to play sports, especially in the NFL and everything. And when they asked him, are you vaccinated? He went, I'm immunized. And they went, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then it came out that he isn't vaccinated. And
nice.
Not a great dude, I don't think. Go Packers, though. That's my team.
I don't know. I don't follow football. Me and my friends, some of my friends that I did scouts and stuff with, we got together to watch the Super Bowl last year, but none of us really... Like, I know how football works and stuff, but the only 2 people I knew on the field were Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. And that's when I figured out who the Weeknd was, because he sang halftime.
Can you talk directly in it?
Is that better?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because I can't hear it, but...
Okay.
But with the people who are listening can't see these mics, but these ones you got to talk directly in it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I only watched the Super Bowl for the halftime show.
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, that's why we did it, so we could watch the Weeknd.
I watch it for the halftime show, and sometimes I'll finish the game. Football's just not my shit.
I'm sure being there is fun. It's just that, like, you just watch, like, 3 seconds of play and then walking around.
Oh, I'm sure it's if you're a football fan, I'm sure it's an amazing experience to go to a football. I've only been to 1, maybe 2 football games ever, and they were both CFL games. Yeah. I think Edmonton lost. They did lose because I remember we went on the LRT after, and people were like, "Fuck you, what fuck."
Oh no, I've been to 1 Eskimos game, I think, and it was when Flo Rida performed. And that's the only reason that
Flo Rida performed at an Edmonton game.
Yeah, he performed at an Eskimos game. Oh yeah, and I caught one of the balls there. You know they like chuck those little tiny foam balls out. Yeah.
No, but I can imagine like how they do T-shirt tosses.
Yeah, kind of like that. They just throw like little foam footballs out with like the Eskimos or I guess the Elks logo now. But
I've never caught anything like that, but once at a Oil Kings playoff game, my dad caught a like one of those like playoff shirts when they were
that's
throwing, but it was way too small. They make them shits in like extra small.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just for kids, right? Like,
I was a kid.
oh,
I was a
never mind.
fat kid, but like, they make it like extra small. I think it's because it's the cheapest. Because it's the
Probably, yeah.
But like, who knows? Well, Cody's in Calgary. We mentioned that last episode. He's not going to be here till next week, so it's just me and Muck this ep. But who doesn't love a little return of the Muck?
Oh yeah.
Isn't there like a return of the Mac?
What?
I don't know. That's why I put it in the Google Doc as return of the Muck.
Return of the Mac. I know there's like the part in Can't Hold Us when he's like Return of the Mac.
It's a
Yeah,
Mark
what it is,
Morrison
what it is,
song,
what it
but
is,
I
what it
don't know
is.
who Mark Morrison is.
Me neither.
I thought that was a thing.
Return.
What's the Star Wars thing you mentioned?
Revenge of the Sith, I think.
Maybe we can make
Revenge
it.
of the Muck.
But I don't know what you're revenging on me.
I don't know. you saying I have a muffin shot. That's what
Did I say that or did
I
Cody
think
say
Cody
that?
said that actually.
I just agreed.
Yeah, Cody the bomb.
He's not here. Maybe if he is listening, let's get an argument going. You haven't been on an episode with Cody in a while. Because last time you were on,
my first episode.
your
was with
first time it
Cody.
was you, me, Cody. Last time it was you, me, Ryan. Now it's just you and me.
Oh yeah.
We got obviously. I mentioned that earlier, but I'm not gonna throw a bunch of baseball at Mucky. So we're gonna wait on baseball till Cody gets back. Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
But we're kind of just gonna. I didn't really tell Mucky what we were talking about in this ep, just because I don't. He wants to know so he can plan ahead, but like
You just like improving this shit?
no, I want you for you.
Oh wow, okay.
Like I think
How
Muck,
sweet.
like I think you're a really like talented personality, and I
Thanks.
think when we plan things, then it comes off more like reading, and I kind of just want
That's true.
I just want to have the full Muck experience.
Oh yeah.
The Muck experience is
That's what you can call it, the Muck experience.
you know what, the Muck experience. I'll change
yeah.
it right now.
That's sick.
The Muck experience. No, we'll focus mainly on hockey. The Jack Eichel trade happened literally the episode after
Yeah.
we had Mucky
I
on
think-
last.
When did it happen? It was either like it was a few days after or something like that.
It was unfortunate
Oh yeah, oh well.
because you have your Vegas insider on, and
Oh,
then Vegas
yeah.
makes a huge trade.
Yeah.
Mucky's got the Patches jersey on as well.
Yeah, they were in gold tonight, so I was like, I gotta wear it.
Did we talk about the helmets last time? I think we
You
did.
talked about them. Yeah, when I was here with Ryan.
Because after seeing the LA Kings stupid helmets, it makes me hate them even more.
I think they need to. If I see what they were doing with it, because it's like a knight wears a helmet, and the knight's helmet is like an actual knight wears a shiny helmet, and they're the golden knights, so it's shiny and gold. But I think if they just made it matte, it would be fine. Like a matte gold helmet, or just less shiny.
I think it's just unsettling to look at.
Yeah, they
on
look
TV.
they look stupid. Like all of them skating. Like it was like at the Oil Kings game, we saw that kid who was wearing a helmet who bought
Yeah,
it.
they're-
I think they could do that where they sold it as like fan crap.
Yeah, if it was a fan thing, sure, but like it just looks goofy.
I know they look silly.
It looks goofy on TV.
Yeah.
When did the Leafs play Vegas? Do we know that?
Leafs versus Vegas? Let's see.
That one year they had the Leafs Vegas on
January 11th.
Damn, that's coming up. That one year they had the Leafs Vegas on New Year's Day, I think.
Oh, really? Cool.
I think that was a couple years ago, and I think the only reason they did that is because you want Vegas and your biggest market to go against each other on the biggest day. Not the biggest day,
Yeah.
but a pretty big day.
Yeah, pretty big day.
Plus, who doesn't like partying in Vegas?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Me neither.
Sounds cool.
Have you ever
though.
been to Vegas?
No, I
I've
want to go to
have-
Vegas so bad.
I have once, and it was either the year or the 2 years before they were an expansion team, but we knew they were going to become a team.
It was like a year before or something that they found.
I think it was a year. T-Mobile Arena is really nice from the outside.
Oh yeah, I think T-Mobile's awesome.
We should all go to Vegas one day.
It's oh yeah, we can go when I turn 21.
We have to be 21.
You have to be 21 to party in Vegas, but
I
think,
guess you have to. Well, yeah, that's the drinking.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. I forget about stuff like that all the time. Like Vancouver, you have to be 19.
Yeah.
I think you have to be 19 in Ontario too.
I think most places in Canada is 19.
I think it might only here. I think it's 18 or other
Oh
places.
yeah.
But like growing up, I thought it was just Canada was always 18. Canada.
Yeah, you have to be 21 to party in Vegas. I mean, we can still go to Vegas, we just can't drink. But why are you going to Vegas if you're not going to party in Vegas, right?
Literally, like it's a very fun experience, but like it's a different experience than if you could party. Yeah. And I think we should all do that when, like, literally in 3 years. Why not?
Yeah, my 21st birthday, we can all go to Vegas.
It's almost your 18th birthday.
It is almost my 18th next
1 week from today.
Yeah.
Unless
I think so, yeah.
1 week from today will be Mucky's 18th, and we can all go party.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
By party, for the companies listening, I mean have a good jolly time.
Of course.
And definitely not drink alcohol. I'm just kidding. I'm 18.
Yeah.
Why do I care?
I don't drink alcohol. I'm only 17.
Oh, yes. You've never.
No. It's bad for you.
Neither have I. No, but we'll talk about hockey. We'll preview games because Vegas plays Edmonton tonight. Are they in Edmonton or?
It's at T-Mobile today.
Ooh, in T-Mobile.
Yeah, I think it'll be close, but Vegas is missing. Who's out? Carlson's out. Marshy's out. Well, Marshy might be back today. If Marshy's back, I think Vegas takes it. But
who? Do you know who's in net tonight?
For the Knights?
Yeah,
probably Leonard.
Did they play yesterday or no?
No. I don't think they did. No, I don't. No, they didn't play yesterday.
Don't you watch every game?
I don't watch every game. And yesterday I was working.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were working. I try and watch.
I watch as much as I can. But
I try and watch all the Leafs games on the illegal web streaming website that you showed me. No one's confirmed for tonight's Vegas Edmonton game, but I watched Toronto San Jose last night. Holy 8:30 start sucks.
Oh yeah.
The California road trip is horrible. Even though it's only an hour later than it is like where we are.
Yeah.
Like 8:30 would be 7:30 there.
That's
that
so late.
Sucks.
The game ends at like 10:30, 11.
It ended at around 11-ish.
Yeah.
I believe.
Steve Dangle put up his LFR at like 1 a.m. one time. He said it. And he's like, it's 1 a.m. That's why there's no puppy out right now.
Well, I think he shoots his videos like night of.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is crazy, especially for him because he's in Ontario. Yeah. So it would be like he'd literally be shooting at 1.
Yeah.
Like he says.
And he starts screaming and everything.
Dude, I couldn't imagine.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I watched that. The Leafs didn't play great, but they won. They had this one power play where they scored. It looked like one of the good old-fashioned Edmonton power plays.
Oh, yeah?
Where they had it in there for the whole time and they scored. And I was hyped. But I was kind of tired because, like, it's tough staying up that late when you have school.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Like, even though my class was in the afternoon, like, I was still tired.
Yeah.
The other day, I rocked an 11-hour sleep.
Seriously?
No, I'm not even like. I went to bed at like 8:30. I went to bed at like 8:30, and then I woke up at like 1:30-ish.
Holy.
Went to bed at 2 again, and then I woke up at 8:45-ish.
Oh my god! No, I skipped. I have 8 a.m. classes every morning.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I have to be at the bus station at like 7:10 if I want to comfortably make it onto the bus, and then for sure get a seat. But usually I roll in at like 7:12 and just book it to the bus.
I do that every day.
Yeah, but I skipped my 8 a.m. last week, and one of my 8 a.m.s. I was so happy because that day I only had an 8 a.m. and then I had another class at 5.
That sucks.
Yeah,
like
but I have the whole day to do homework. If I stay on campus, that's when I do almost all my homework.
That, like, all my classes are, they start early, but, like, I don't have, like, a huge gap. Like, I'll get, like, an hour break at, like, 12.
Oh yeah.
Like usually I go 9 to 12 and then 1 to 4. On the rare, like Mondays I go 8 to 4. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays are 9 to 4, and
Yeah.
then Fridays a 1 to 3. But like I couldn't imagine, like that's like
It's not that bad. It's like it's annoying being on campus for that long because by the time that class is over, it's like 6:30, and I get on the bus. I'm home at like 7-ish,
You'd
which is like a
spend- you-
long ass day. But
that's like an 11-hour day.
yeah, well, there was times like in high school, like you probably did it too, like with the theater stuff. Like you'd
Yeah.
be at school. Well, I'd get to school at 7 a.m. on some days because I had band at 7 a.m.
See,
I'd
I
be
did.
there till 7.
I
at
never
night.
had like anything like band or anything like that, so I'd just show up at the 8:30.
Oh yeah.
But I know there's definitely was times where I stayed later, especially rehearsing.
Yeah.
Dress rehearsal always went late, but I always
Yeah.
loved dress rehearsal.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Like, well, there was one weekend when we were in grade 11. What year is that? I don't know what year it was, but the year when COVID happened.
Yeah.
The weekend before our show went up, so it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and our show went up Monday. We were at the school for Saturday and Sunday. I think it was like 25 hours or something was our scheduled time. And then COVID was happening. So they're like, okay, we're not going to do that. And then we'll postpone the show. And then the show just never happened.
No, literally when COVID first started, we weren't in like the full on like producing stage. Like we were still rehearsing.
Oh, yeah.
But like I had 2 leads when that happened.
Yeah,
I lost them both.
Me and Jacob, he had the lead, and I had like, I guess kind of the bad guy, but he grew into like a nice guy. So it was nice, but it was hype.
I guess I know. What do you count as a lead? Like, is there only one male lead and one female lead? Because technically, I had the second biggest male part in both, but they were both big enough where they could have been a lead.
I think I think there's like what depends on how the show is structured, right?
Like
there's a male lead and a female lead usually.
Well,
but then,
what happened with, because you know 1984, right?
Yeah, the book.
Well, it's a book, and
Yeah.
I was O'Brien, and O'Brien's bigger than, I forget the
I have to
girl's
look through
name.
The list of who's who.
O'Brien's has more lines and is a bigger part than the girl lead, but it's not as big as Winston, who's the number 1. So I still count that as a lead.
I think he's a lead, but I think you'd say he's another one of the.
Either way, there were 2 pretty big parts.
Yeah, that'd be a fun show to do. 1984.
It was a really fun rehearsal process, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, we were like, the day they were like, school's not happening was the day that we were supposed to open or something like that. That was like we were ready to go and everything, and it was awesome. I was so excited. That was probably my favorite character ever.
What did you do? What was the...
It was Band Geeks. Will was in it. You're friends with Will. He wasn't in the same one, but he did that show. So it was like a story about these kids who they're graduating or whatever, and they want to have a fun time in band for the last year. And then there was the guy that I played. He was like a star football player at another school, but then he got kicked out of that school, so he had to join the marching band and everything. But he hated it.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. Like, it was... Even though we didn't do the show, it's probably one of the most fun times I've had. And then our grade 12 show was fun too.
We did just a mini show in grade 12.
Oh yeah.
But it was still fun. It does suck seeing the school put on a big performance the year after you leave. Like, I know they open their show on Monday, and
oh shit.
I'm going to go see, because obviously I have friends in that show. But it does.
It stings a little
it's
bit.
bitter.
Yeah.
It's like I'm excited to go, because obviously it's always nice to get out and see it. But at the same time, I'm like, damn. I'm like, I wish I was doing this.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited. They open soon, Monday. After they have a couple shows within the next couple weeks, but figure that out.
Oh yeah.
No, that should be fun. What do you think about how much have you been paying attention to the whole NHL recently?
A little bit. If you said something, I might know what it is, but I don't know, man.
What if I just make something up?
I'd probably believe you because the NHL is fucked.
NHL kind of is fucked.
Yeah.
Obviously, Connor McDavid's point streak ended. What was that? Was like 20 games or something?
I think it was close to that. I saw it on NHL Breakers. I think it was 18 or 19 games.
It was. I'm gonna search it up right now. Connor McDavid.
And then Leon Draisaitl too. Doesn't he have 20 and 20 or something like that?
I don't know, but he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a 25 game point streak,
Holy
dog.
shit.
That went back to last. Well, hold on a second. Oh, it was 17 games this year, but
Yeah.
25 carried over from last year.
That's ridiculous.
No, but I got.
including the playoffs, so they didn't win a game, or
I don't know if it does.
I'll just rub that in for you. Hoop. I'll just rub it
Yeah,
in a
when
little
they.
bit.
To be fair, didn't they lose like 3 overtime games?
Yeah, it was a close sweep, but still a sweep nonetheless.
Like I think they lost 3 OT games, and it's like, those are coin flips.
Yeah.
Like
Well, one of them they gave up a 4-1 lead, so.
Who took that penalty? Josh Archibald. Remember when he took that really horrible penalty and it cost him the game?
The Oilers, but.
And now Josh Archibald's an anti-vax, but
And yeah, now he has a heart problem, so because of COVID, so.
we won't touch on that much, but get vaccinated if you aren't.
Yeah.
No, his point streak ended hella impressive. Even if you don't like the Oilers, like I don't think you like
Connor
the Oilers.
McDavid is ridiculous. Like,
I know we talked. I don't know if we talked about this on pod or in person, but I remember. I don't even know if it was with you, but I remember talking to someone about who has the best value contract in the league.
Leon Draisaitl. It's Leon Draisaitl.
I think it's Connor McDavid.
I think it's Leon Draisaitl.
Like
Draisaitl's like.
he makes 8.5, which is
Connor McDavid makes 8.5.
No, Leon does.
Yeah, then it's Leon Draisaitl.
Here's the thing. Connor McDavid is so good. Like Leon Draisaitl is really good,
Yeah.
and he's an extremely good player, but like different level. Those are two different.
Yeah, but I
players.
still feel like if you have Draisaitl on your team, it's still really good, and then you have more room for other players too with that extra. Because Connor McDavid is probably making over 10 million.
12.5.
Yeah, 12.5. You still have an extra like 4 million to play with.
I guess, but you have to.
If the Oilers had that 4 million, they'd have a different goalie.
Well, they have that They have that 4 million right now.
Shit, what are the odds they pick up Matt Murray?
0.
I
They
think
don't have
that'd
the
be
money.
So funny.
I totally forgot about Matt Murray.
I
We
think
can
that'd be
talk
so
about that.
funny if they picked up Matt Murray.
Murray. I'm gonna write that in the notes.
Also, I
'cause
share a birthday with Skip Bayless. He was trending.
Skip Bayless.
Yeah. Goat. Fucking legend.
Skip Bayless hates LeBron James.
I know, it's really funny.
Who doesn't he hate Kawhi Leonard
Yeah,
too?
he hates Kawhi. 'Cause
Doesn't
he's
he call
a
him number
fan.
3?
I don't know.
It's LeBron and it's Kawhi or someone. Is Kawhi 3?
Kawhi's number 2.
And then maybe he calls him number 2, but it's
Something like that.
it
Yeah,
mi-
he calls him number 2.
yeah, because he doesn't want to call him by his. I don't know why he hates Kawhi so much.
I think Bayless he's a Spurs fan, right?
Does he think he quit on him?
Oh yeah, well he kind of did quit on the Spurs, but the Spurs were treating him like garbage. He did the same thing that Eichel did, pretty much.
I guess. To be fair, you got to rest your players, especially when they are.
And
injured.
also, if a player's injured, like especially like the shit that happened with Jack Eichel, I think that's really messed up. Like, yeah, okay, you own the player in quotations with a contract, but he's still like Eichel. He had an interview with someone else. He was like, "Well, it's my life. Like, I have to deal with the injury.
Yeah,
so
I'm
how
pretty
come I can't pick how to fix it?"
I think that was the Friedman interview.
Yeah.
Like immediately after. That was quick. That was like the next day.
Something like that.
No, I understand that point, and my dumbass bought a Spurs Kawhi Leonard jersey, and
Oh,
then
I
he
have a
got
Clippers
traded
one.
the year
I have
after.
a Clippers one because I like Kawhi.
I do
Kawhi.
really like Kawhi. I wish he would have stayed in Toronto, even though I'm not really a
I
Toronto
feel
fan.
like they would have won another chip with Kawhi Leonard on their team.
I don't know, Joe.
I think they could have.
They could have.
They made it to Game 7 in the second round without him. So
Who'd they lose to again? Milwaukee?
Celtics.
Celtics.
Yeah.
Raptors suck now. Scotty Barnes is
Scotty
really good.
Barnes is, I think, the favorite for Rookie of the Year.
Didn't people want Suggs
Yep.
over Barnes?
Yep.
I
don't know much about the rookie race or whatever with
No, like,
who was supposed to be the favorites. and
I feel
whatever,
like you and me are at the same like basketball level
Yeah.
where we know.
but we know a little bit.
I think we know like a little more than just a little bit, but like
Yeah.
shit. Try and ask me. I can talk about hockey more than I can talk about basketball.
Oh yeah.
Scotty Barnes is a hell of a player. Didn't he get injured last night?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't really kept. I haven't watched a Raptors game yet.
I'm not a Raptors fan, but like I always watch highlights, just like on like I'll flip on Sportsnet,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, this is a different conversation, but I hate having a Sportsnet package and then not being able to see Sportsnet Ontario games. Like we have the Sportsnet package, but they don't show us on Sportsnet Ontario, which pisses me off.
That's kind of stupid.
Because like it's like Leafs and Sharks are on. Okay, I'll put it on. Then it's like psych. It's not. I'm not going to show you this. But I was waiting for that to disappoint me because they weren't on. Because it's not going to show me Sportsnet Ontario, and it just the Raptors highlights came on, and I think he hurt his thumb, but he came back. Because I remember they showed him having a monster
right
dunk.
now, but there's nothing about him.
I think he left for like half a quarter and then came back.
Yeah, the rookie ladder. Cade Cunningham climbs to number 3. Scotty Barnes holds top spot.
Cade Cunningham is a amazing player, and I think if he wasn't
to say that Scotty Barnes is better than him.
Also, Cade Cunningham was injured.
Yeah,
he missed a fat chunk of the start of the season.
I think the Raptors should build around Barnes. I think the Siakam building around him kind of era that didn't really happen.
Siakam is not the guy you build around. He's a guy
He's a Robin.
Yes.
He's not a Batman.
That's why the Raptors before Kawhi could never succeed because they had a bunch of Robins.
Yeah.
Like,
I think DeRozan is now. Now he's a Batman. Have you seen him? He's in the MVP talk, man.
Yeah, but he was in the MVP talk with Toronto.
No. Now he is with Chicago. Chicago's unreal.
Chicago's a great team.
Yeah.
But my point is, they were a team of Robins surrounded by. They were just a team of Robins. They didn't have a Batman.
They never had that Batman.
And like, I feel like I've said this on the pod before, but the way NBA playoffs work is the rotations just get shorter.
Yeah.
And like the Raptors were always such an amazing regular season team because they had so much depth and it always worked out in the regular season. But when the rotations got shorter, they couldn't compete with
LeBron and
the Batmans.
LeBron. LeBron kicked their ass every time.
They beat Didn't they beat the Heat that one year? Because I remember they beat the Pacers and then they beat the Heat and then they lost LeBron in the third round.
Probably. Because as long as they faced LeBron, they lost.
Fucking LeBronto.
Yeah, LeBronto. That was too bad.
I'm not a big Raptors fan, but like I'll cheer for them in the playoffs unless they face my Suns. I became a Suns fan by accident.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember in grade 7 when I first started getting into basketball, all my friends were like, "We love the OKC Thunder," and I remember I downloaded this NBA Live thing on my phone, and I was scrolling through trying to find the Thunder, and I saw the Suns logo, and for some reason I was like, "That's the Thunder." Instead of
like a basketball, but
it's just
like with the sun around.
And I went, "That's my team," and I clicked it, and for some reason, I picked the Suns before I could see the logo that said OKC. Mm-hmm. Like it's a dead giveaway, but like, I'm not mad about it. Like,
whatever.
Now they're good. Finally.
Yeah.
I spent like a good 5-6 years. I'm like, oh, this team is still bad.
Yeah.
No, but the Chicago Bulls.
No, they're crazy right now. Like, I thought they were gonna be a dark horse. I think they're front runners in the East. I think they can take out the Nets, especially if they don't have Kyrie Irving.
I get the same vibes from this Bulls team than I did with the old Raptors team. They don't have that guy.
Well, DeRozan is being that guy for him right now.
Yeah, but that's what I just said with the Raptors, though.
Let's see. What is DeMar DeRozan's point per game right now?
Can DeRozan keep up with Giannis?
Probably not, but that's when you have Lonzo and also who's the other guy? Zach LaVine too. Like they
also
kind of have a
Vucevic.
bit of a three-headed, and Vucevic. They kind of have a three-headed monster.
They have a. I think this Bulls team is better than any one of those Raptor teams.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair,
let's see. Chicago right now he has a 34.8. Oh wait, is that right? No, never mind. Field goals. Where I have to find it.
This is great podcasting.
I know, right?
Just a
Field goal percentage, 479. Field goals per game, that can't be right. 18.
What are we looking for?
As points per game.
I bet I could find this before you find it.
Yeah, probably. You're better at this. than
I'm
me.
better at Google searching.
No, I just clicked on the first thing that said DeMar DeRozan's stats.
2021. 25 points per game.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
26 points. Well, if you round up, 20 games, 26 points per game, 4.3 assists, shooting just under 50%. Still can't shoot a three.
His three-pointing is getting better.
It is better. It's the 36.
Well, the Bulls play the Heat today, so that's going to be a nice game because that's your number 2 against your number 3. And who's the
Heat are your
one?
number 2? Is that just like
No, in the standings.
Oh, I thought you were saying they're number 2.
In the Eastern Conference.
I think the Nets fully healthy are the best team.
Oh yeah, but they're not going to get Irving back.
Kyrie's not playing. He's not getting vaccinated.
And Harden hasn't had the best year either. I know they were talking about that on First Take. James Harden hasn't been playing amazing.
I'm not a huge James Harden fan.
I don't like him. I think he's a bit of a baby.
Yeah. I really like Kevin Durant. People hate Kevin Durant because of
he went to Golden State, I think. But.
And I don't like that either. But Kevin Durant is arguably the most prolific scorer of the 2010s.
He's a giant who can snipe.
He's like, wasn't he's like 6'10"?
He's a giant who can snipe.
No one at that height can score that efficiently and that effectively.
I don't love KD, but I think he's good. I can respect that he's like a good. I think he's fine.
I'm not a big fan of the move to go to Golden State because I think that's kind of boring.
I don't like the Nets. That's what I don't like. I don't like the Nets. I think the Nets are stupid.
Yeah, why do you hate the Nets?
Because they're not trying to become they just picked out all the stars from everyone and they just made it not fun.
But that's kind of how the NBA works.
I know, but
that's the one thing I don't like about the NBA.
It gets really top heavy. The good teams are good and everyone else sucks.
Especially in the East.
Yeah.
The East sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another note on Chicago, Patrick Williams is out for the whole year. Picked 4th overall last year or the year before. And I think that guy that kid is a hell of a player. So feisty defensively and just a great
a good defensive team.
Just a great wing player. It sucks that they lost him.
I think Alex Caruso.
I was just gonna say
underrated.
I think a few years ago, you look at Caruso and you're like, that's a funny guy. Like he's kind of just a meme, but like that's a hell of a player.
Yeah. The
Holy
Lakers
shit, dog.
are missing them, and that's kind of why the
Lakers suck,
the scorers on the Bulls can be scorers because Caruso's like, I got this, like it's okay. He locked up one of the stars when they played against. I forget who they were playing. I saw it on First Take, but they were like talking about Caruso and shit. He was locking him up. I saw a video. I follow the Bulls on Instagram. His defense is crazy.
I think the Bulls might be one of my secondary teams.
I like the Bulls. I have a Dennis Rodman jersey.
Don't you really like Rodman or is it Pippen?
Rodman. I don't like Pippen. Pippen's a bit of a bum.
Oh yeah.
Do you know the shit going on with Scottie Pippen?
I think you told me in the car once, about his book.
Yeah, he wrote a book and then he leaked not leaked, but like he previewed one of the little excerpts or whatever. And it was like Michael Jordan ruined the game of basketball. He made all the kids like want to be like Mike, and Mike never passed the ball, and Mike wouldn't be who he is without me and Horace Grant and Dennis Rodman, all those other people, right? And I'm thinking like, I don't think that the kids on the playground were playing like actual team basketball. Like, I don't think they're like setting screens for each other and like, we gotta really snap the ball or pass the ball around and everything, really get our high quality chances. Like, are you kidding? Come on, Scotty, shut up.
Also, Michael Jordan averaged 5 assists in his career.
Yeah. And also Jordan was still dominant without those guys. He just didn't have, he's kind of like how Connor McDavid was.
Michael Jordan is the best player to play basketball.
Yeah.
Actually, I do think it is Michael Jordan, but I think people discredit LeBron.
I think LeBron is really close to number 1.
I think LeBron, if he had better championship stats, like if he didn't lose so much. But like you can also make the argument that the era that Michael Jordan played in, kind of suited better for him winning because teams were not very good.
Well, Jordan's problem was getting to the finals. All his monsters were in his
That's
division.
that's
the
the thing.
Pistons, the whoever else they lost to.
Pacers? No, Pacers were
No.
later. Pacers were in the 2000s.
But then all of LeBron's big challenges were when he got to the finals. He didn't have that much trouble getting to the finals.
he never had trouble getting to the finals. I think if LeBron would have won a championship with that first Cavaliers team, like when he took that shitty Cavs team to the finals and they
Yeah.
lost, if he would have won that, I feel like it's a whole different story because then you can make the argument that he carried the shitty team to a championship.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big. I like the Lakers, but I hate the players on the Lakers. Like I'm not a big Anthony Davis fan. I don't think. I don't think Anthony Davis is. I think he's good.
I don't think he's that guy that everyone keeps talking. I think he's kind of like Siakam, where he's a good Robin.
I think he's a top tier Robin.
Yeah. I don't think he's your number one.
I think he can. If he's on his game, he can be your number one. But he hasn't been your number one.
Well, how are the Lakers doing right now? Actually, I know they're doing really bad.
They're mediocre.
But I know that LeBron's been out for a while, hasn't he? But that's gonna happen. LeBron's what, like 30 something?
Isn't he back?
He's back now.
He just got suspended, no? Or fined?
they
or
lost
whatever?
to Sacramento. Well, yeah, he got suspended.
They lost to Sacramento.
Yeah, in overtime, 141 to 137.
Sacramento sucks, man.
Yeah, they're
I think
seventh in
De'Aaron Fox had a
West.
really good game though.
Probably.
I think he had like 36 points.
Let's
De'Aaron Fox
see.
is a hell of a player.
Players. Yeah, the Lakers are 7th in the West right now, which is fine. I think as long as they just need to make the
They were
the
that low
playoffs.
last year too.
Yeah, like I think they just need to make playoffs or even just like in the play-in round. I think they're sitting in the play-in round right now. The Warriors are freaking crazy. The Suns are freaking crazy.
Who the Warriors number 1?
Yeah, 11-1.
The Warriors are a team that were never bad, but injuries made them bad, and now they have top tier young players. Who did they have? James Wiseman. Who'd they draft this year? They drafted someone. I think it was Kuminga.
I don't know much. Like I said, I don't know much about the rookie stuff. I think you're searching it up, but no, Golden State has been unreal. I wonder what is the MVP race like in the basketball world? Because I think DeRozan's up there.
No, but yeah, they did draft Jonathan Kuminga, 7th overall. Damn, dude. This is the thing with Golden State is that they were never bad, and now they're gonna be better.
Yeah.
If you want, can you just speak louder into the mic?
Okay. Sorry. I get quiet sometimes. Sorry.
No, it's okay, Joe. I'm just looking at the levels, and because
Mine aren't big.
well,
I don't know how to read that screen. It's all you, man.
well, people who are listening can't see this, but if you want it to be around -12, which is kind of where I'm at right now, yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Sounds
what,
good.
because I'm gonna when I mix this out, I'm gonna turn up the levels.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, it'll turn you and me up.
Mm.
So I don't want me to be insanely loud and you to just be normal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Steph Curry's number 1, which makes sense for MVP. But DeRozan, I think, was sitting at number 7, right behind Jimmy Butler.
I don't really like Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler's fine. I think he's whatever.
Like, I like the player, but like I'm just not a big Jimmy Butler fan. Like back to the Lakers, I don't like Russell Westbrook either.
I don't like Russell Westbrook.
Where do you think Russell Westbrook rates like all time out of the point guards who are in the league now?
Right now?
Yeah.
I think you could. Well, because he puts up insane numbers, you could maybe put him. I think you could argue him into maybe top 15
Like, I'm not talking right now, like how they are right
of
now.
all time.
I'm talking like when you rank all these players all time, where do you put the current NBA point guards? Like, are you talking 15th all time?
No, I'm talking 15th, like in the league, maybe.
Because I'm not a Russell Westbrook fan, but I think he's better than 15, Mock.
I don't know. He puts up good numbers, but I don't think. Well, that's it. He puts up great numbers. He's Mr. Triple Double, right? But he doesn't have a championship, does he? No, he doesn't.
No. He lost in the
Does he have an
championship.
MVP?
He does, yes. I believe so. I think he has 1 or 2.
Russell Westbrook. both of us Googling Russell Westbrook. I don't know. I think he's fine.
Because, hold on, accolades. I see videos on TikTok where they're like ranking point guards, and people put Westbrook really high, and I agree that he is an amazing player, but like,
I think he's just
man.
kind of like a one-man show. That's what a lot of people said about him when he went to the Lakers, right? They were like, Westbrook has to stop being Westbrook because now you have other people who need to eat.
That's the problem is Russell Westbrook is an amazing player, and I'll never take that away from him, but he'll never win a championship.
He just got to shut up.
Who said that?
Torts reference.
Oh, yes.
He's never going to win a championship. He just got to shut up.
No, but he'll never win a championship playing the way he does, because though his style of play doesn't suit to a team where
there's more than one big dog.
Yes, it suits his style of play suits to a team where he's the only guy.
Yeah.
Like OKC before he went to Houston. Like OKC after Durant left.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you'd throw Westbrook on the Raptors team right now. Maybe if they didn't have Barnes. You don't have Barnes to develop, and I don't think he's going to develop that much with Westbrook, but he could be that guy. I don't think they're getting very far in the playoffs, but
I think that's actually a really interesting fit. I think that would actually work.
I don't think they're winning anything huge, but I think they'll make some noise.
With Westbrook?
Yeah.
I think the Raptors are the situation that I just talked about. Like, no disrespect to Scotty Barnes, but he's played like 20 games.
Yeah.
Like, it would just be Russell Westbrook and his band of merry men. I'm thinking back to last year when they didn't trade Kyle Lowry. What do you think about that?
I think they could have, but they technically traded him now, but they did a
Precious
sign and
Achiuwa
trade.
was fine.
Yeah, and they got who else too? They got someone
Gordon
else.
Dragic. Remember when Gordon Dragic went, I don't want to play for Toronto,
And they went, too bad.
and he went, okay, I guess I'll play.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know.
No, you go.
I don't know if they should have traded. I was fully expecting him to be traded that day.
What is your? Because a lot of people are like, you can't trade him. No,
You can trade him.
who cares?
It's a business. You have to if you have to trade someone, you have to trade someone.
Also, he isn't only a Raptor. He played for like 2 other teams.
Yeah,
before
he
Toronto.
played in Houston. I think he was traded from Houston.
He played in Houston, and I think Memphis.
Maybe
Maybe
he was
not
traded
Memphis.
from I don't know. He was traded. Someone was brought in from Memphis. Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol was brought in from Memphis.
He
played for a few different teams, man. Like,
but he is the Raptor man. But you have to trade. Like, even look at Marc-Andre Fleury. You have to trade them at some point, right?
Kyle
It's what
Lowry
better
played
the
for
team.
Memphis and Houston.
Yeah.
He played for Memphis and Houston for. He played with like
5,
6 years before he ever played a game for Toronto.
Yeah.
Like,
If you drafted him and you developed him and then he turned into Kyle Lowry, yeah, great. You know what? Maybe don't trade him, but even then, if it's a thing of it's going to benefit the team and the team will be better because of it, you trade him.
Kyle Lowry is not having an amazing year. 12 points, 8 assists is really good, but he's shooting worse.
He had 17 last year. 17 points, not assists.
I'm not too sure, but 12 points, 7.5 assists, 41% from the field, which is just a little bit below his average, but he's shooting under 30% from 3.
Ooh.
Damn. 29.8%. That is poor, especially in today's NBA.
Where people are just fucking sniping left, right, center.
Like, shooting a 3 is what you do.
Yeah.
Even the bigs shoot 3s.
Yeah.
I feel like, what time?
It's 5 o'clock.
We've been recording for 45 minutes.
We just talk about basketball pretty much.
No, I was going to say, I didn't know it was that long. This basketball discussion, I feel like if you add up all the other times we talked about basketball on the show, it would be like 10 minutes.
Maybe.
No, but shit, who gives a... This talk about whatever we want. I do want to get to some NHL later.
Yeah.
Baseball will save till Cody gets back.
Yeah, it's probably best.
No, but Kyle Lowry, I would have traded him in a
I
heartbeat.
would have.
Like I understand keeping him, but like you traded him anyways.
Yeah.
So like I don't understand.
I don't know if they got all the value back that they wanted though.
Like who did they even? They got Gordon Dragic and Precious Achua.
I think they wanted Tyler Hero.
Not gonna get Tyler
Yeah,
Hero.
exactly. I think they were trying to get Tyler Hero in a deal. I know who was it? I think it was the Lakers. I think if Kyle Lowry played for the Lakers, it'd be better.
Wasn't that Talon Horton Tucker?
I think so.
Talon Horton Tucker's really good.
I think it was.
That's a player from the Lakers that I actually really like.
Yeah.
Like I really like Talon Horton Tucker as a player. I wish he was on the Suns.
Yeah.
There's a few players on the Suns where they're underratedly good. Like I think Mikal Bridges is really good,
I think I have him on one of my fantasy teams actually.
and they locked him up for I think 4 or 5 years. I'm pumped.
He's a center, isn't he?
small forward.
Oh, okay.
Small forward, power
Who's the
forward.
center?
DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, okay, him.
DeAndre
That's
Ayton.
what
They brought in JaVale McGee this offseason. They still have Frank Kaminsky, who isn't very good, but he was kind of hooping for like a 5-game stretch. They got Chris Paul. Cameron Payne's really good. Cameron Payne kind of Devin. No, Cameron Payne kind of sucked in Chicago when he was there. But ever since he came to Phoenix, he's been really good.
Sometimes it just happens with players, though, right?
Like, there's a few players that played for those Bulls teams that weren't good in Chicago but are good now. Like Bobby Portis is really good.
Bobby Portis.
NBA championship Bobby Portis. Obviously Campaign. There's a few players from those Bulls teams that just weren't. Like Denzel. Do you remember Denzel Valentine?
Oh, I know the name, but I don't know anything. I just bumped into the mic. I don't know anything about him.
Like, coming out of college, like you'd think Denzel Valentine's gonna be something special, and he's just like some like 15th man, and like I think the Cavs. Jesus. I think he's with. No, but the Suns have been insanely good this year.
15-game win streak, I think, because that's what I said earlier. I saw NBA posted it.
They have won a lot in a row. No, but like good signs from the Suns. I really want to go to Phoenix and see a game.
That'd be fun. I think like anywhere where you go to somewhere like where you're cheering with the home fans is like you'll go to a game at Rogers and be one of a chunk of Leafs fans, but if you go and play or go and watch a game in Toronto, like that's a whole new atmosphere.
Literally. I'll go if my favorite team isn't playing, I'll go to any arena and cheer for the home team.
Yeah.
Like I like the Oilers, but the Leafs are my favorite team. Mm-hmm. So I'll cheer for the Oilers in any game that the Leafs aren't playing in. Like when I go, it's literally a couple weeks away that the Leafs are in town. I'll be cheering for them, but like I went to LA and I saw an LA Dodgers versus San Francisco Giants game. That was sick because I cheered for the Dodgers, obviously, because I'm not going to cheer for the away team when I don't have a dog in the fight. Like I've only been to a few places where I've seen games. Like I don't think I've never been anywhere other but Edmonton for hockey, but I've been to Seattle for baseball and I've been to LA for baseball. Yeah. Where have you all been for just like
sports?
Yeah.
Just Edmonton, like for games. Yeah, just Edmonton. I don't think I've seen any games anywhere else. You
know what we should do one day is we should look at schedules and we should fly to Arizona, go see a Suns game and a Coyotes game, and then drive to Vegas and go see a Vegas game.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I've said it before. I think anybody would enjoy a game in T-Mobile.
I think T-Mobile seems like it's bumping.
Right? And like it's a show there. Like it's Vegas. Everything's a freaking show in Vegas, right?
Literally, I feel like everything in Vegas is blown up by 10 and it's just seems like so much fun.
Even if the hockey team was garbage, I feel
which they aren't.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like even then it would be a total show in the arena.
What time is it? Vegas game starts real soon.
I think it's starting in
like 5 minutes. Yeah. Matt Murray.
Yeah, he's on waivers.
Placed on waivers by the Senators today. What are your thoughts? And would you pick him up if you were a NHL team? No one specific. Just remember he has including this year, 3 years left, $6.25 million.
Oof.
What would you do?
I think I would maybe pick him up because I know he has potential to be good, but lately he's been bad.
2-time Cup champion.
Yeah, and he was pretty good too when he won those cups. Well, obviously he was pretty good, but I think I'd maybe pick him up. I think that's something you can roll the dice on.
I wouldn't pick him up right now. I'd pick him up in the summer when he gets bought out, because he's not gonna not get bought out, which really is a curious case for Ottawa, because I know you listened to this show like a month ago. I talked about
The owner's cheap or something.
yeah, Eugene Melnyk, who's their owner, is cheap. They have I don't know how much you know about how the cap space works, but some teams have an external cap and some teams have an internal cap. So like the Toronto Maple Leafs, for example, are owned by a corporation called MLSE, which is Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. Yeah. So they have all the money in the world. They have a big corporation funding them. So they have a external cap, but Ottawa is funded by one man, and Eugene Melnyk. So they have an internal cap. So a lot of teams have trouble spending money. Like spending money for like Toronto and like New York is no problem, because they're owned by these huge companies that money's no issue. Yeah. But like for someone like the Senators and Eugene Melnyk, who's their owner, you don't want to spend all that money because it's coming out of your pockets. Like if the Leafs were to buy out Matt Murray, the only thing it affects is their legit cap space. Yeah. Like it's nothing compared to them in money, but like Ottawa on the other hand,
they don't have all that money from the
corporation. Like I'm gonna bring up an example from a long time ago. Do you remember when David Clarkson was traded for Nathan Horton?
No, I don't.
Okay, well,
I remember Nathan Horton got absolutely fucked in the 2011 Cup Finals, I think.
Yes.
I think it was BX who killed him or something. I don't know.
It was Aaron Rome.
Someone killed him.
Aaron Rome, Vancouver Canucks. But what happened was David Clarkson signed with the Leafs right after the 2013 playoffs. Horrible contract. Yeah. Nathan Horton signed with the Blue Jackets. I don't know when. There's a lot of money. But what happened was Toronto external cap, like we just talked about. Columbus is in the same boat as someone like Ottawa, where Ottawa and
they
Columbus,
don't have all the money,
they are an internal cap by one guy, one owner, or whatever, whoever owns it. But Nathan Horton got injured, and he would never play again. So the trade that they made is they swapped Horton for Clarkson, just bad contract for bad contract, because Toronto had the ability to just put Nathan Horton on IR and just pay him to not play. Yeah. But like Columbus couldn't justify putting a player on IR and just paying someone not to play. So they swapped bad contracts, Clarkson for Horton, so they could actually get some sort of value out of this shitty contract. Yeah. Like they couldn't afford just to leave him on IR because they couldn't pay him that.
Mm, yeah.
And Ottawa's kind of in the same boat with Matt Murray, where they can't pay him. They can't afford to pay him that much money to play in the AHL. So it's either he's going to get traded alongside of hella assets, or the more likely option, he's going to get bought out. And I don't hate the idea of Matt Murray being your backup for $1 million, but he's not a great goalie, man.
No, I know he was good in Pittsburgh, but then it's like, it's kind of like Grubauer. Was he good because his team was good, or was he good because he's good?
Yeah, like, I kind of feel the same way about the Islanders, where...
Yeah, they've been bad. You said that to me.
They've lost like 7 in a row.
They're really broken, though, aren't they? I know.
They can't. They also aren't aren't a great team.
Oh, okay.
They do have injuries. Matt Barzal has been horrible this year. I think he has like 7 points.
Barzal's been bad.
I feel the same way about the Islanders goalies, because the system that Barry Trotz and the Islanders play is a very suppressed system where they limit shots to the middle.
Yeah.
So a lot of the shots they get come from the outer half,
Yeah, bad shots.
and which is just amazing coaching.
Yeah, it's
Like-
good, but your goalie gets kind of fluffed up with that.
I'm not taking anything away from anyone in the Islanders because like it's an
Yep.
amazing system and obviously it's worked. They've made it to the conference finals 2 years in a row, but like who knows what Ilya Sorokin is on a team that doesn't have a system.
Do that, yeah.
Like obviously Robin Lehner's good,
Yeah.
but
Rob.
Robin Lehner, Vegas legend, is good, but like who knows?
Isn't he a Maple Leafs legend too for a minute?
Technically.
Yeah.
Because that
It was a
was
three-way trade, wasn't it?
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah. Who was that when? I think that's when he went to Vegas.
Yeah, because it was Malcolm Subban and something for
It was literally
Lehner.
it was literally the Leafs just ate like $800K
Yeah.
for like a 5th round pick.
Probably Lehner's contract.
It would have
yeah.
been Leonard to Vegas. They would have.
That looked like a bad trade from Chicago.
It was a bad trade.
Like, I think we gave. What was that trade?
I don't even remember.
I know
I just know
Malcolm
it was a
Subban
bad
went in
trade. No, but I remember they just ate like $800K or whatever. And people were like mad about it. But like if you have
$800K for a year.
it was not even. It was like $800K for like a month.
Yeah, a few months. Something.
Like it was like that was the trade deadline when that happened, and like you can't make trades after the trade deadline, so why not use your cap to
Get
acquire
something, yeah.
picks? Like
For
people,
real.
I know people were mad about that at the time. Like you're already a cap-strapped team. Why would you spend your money this way? Like
You get a pick out of
get
it.
a free pick or don't get a free pick. The money doesn't matter anyways because you can't make a move. Like some people are stupid.
Yeah, I think that's something that made sense for the Leafs because they could whatever, even if it's a 5-round pick out of it, and he was literally
5th round
he was
picks
on his last few months of his contract.
Yeah, like if you're eating like $800K over 3 years, then yeah, but like you pay $800K for 2 months.
Yep.
And like I've mentioned this literally like 10 times, they don't have to worry about money.
Yeah,
This year they've became the richest team in the whole league. They're worth over $1
Jesus.
billion. $800K is pocket change.
That's nothing.
It's funny how rich these teams are. Like $800K is literally like $15 to you and me.
Well, it's like when I was watching Steve Stangitz one time, and then Zdeno Chara when he cross-checked someone in the head or something, and they find
Which
him,
time?
Yeah, okay, one of the times. But they find him, I think, like 4,000 or something, 40,000 like that. And that someone did the math, and that was like, compared to you and me, that would be like us paying like 20 cents or something. For
No,
a fine.
I see those happen. Like I see people doing that math all the time, and I love that shit because $5K fine for slashing, that
Yeah.
means nothing.
Yeah,
They make that back literally
in
2
like 2
days.
days. Yeah.
Like I wonder if this will come up. How much does Connor McDavid make in 1 day? Much.
I know people have done it with like Chris Paul and stuff like that. It's like he makes like $100 every few seconds or something like that.
Literally, like that doesn't make any like. They should make, in my opinion, they should make fines more.
Oh yeah.
Because $5K is nothing. You can
Yeah.
take $5K from them and just not tell them, and they wouldn't know.
Yeah, you could take more than $5K from them. They'd be like, okay, no biggie.
How much does Connor McDavid make a minute? Perfect, even better. Hopefully this loads. No, but it's a ridiculous amount, and $5,000 fine is nothing.
Yeah.
Ooh, my thing loaded. Okay, let's see how much. Come on, I don't want to read all this shit. Okay, based on an 82-game schedule, he earns $170K per game, which is
Good God.
with an average ice time of 22:19 per game. The Oilers center is earning $7,656 per minute.
per minute he's playing, but still,
Yeah.
holy shit.
So
That's
not
so much. That's more than like I make in a year.
that he makes $127 per second on the ice. What?
That's like I have to work at Sobeys a full shift to make that much money.
If you even make that much money.
Yeah.
That and people complain about. I see people complaining about how quote underpaid NHLers are compared to other sports. Bruh.
I think they're underpaid compared to other sports, but I think $127 in a second is
They
that's not underpaid.
No, they 100% are underpaid compared to other sports, but that's just because hockey is such a
It's not as big.
tiny thing.
Yeah, it's not as big.
Like hockey to you and me is huge. Like we live in Canada. We grew up around hockey.
Yeah.
Like, but in the United States, hockey is what's hockey?
Yeah, it's not a big deal to a lot of the. It's not a big deal to most places in America, actually.
It's not even a top 4 sport in the USA.
No, yeah, it's what baseball, football,
Baseball, football, basketball, college football.
college football.
College
Seriously?
football is way bigger than the NHL. And like
No
I know
way.
that's goofy to say. That's like a goofy thing to say, but like if you look at the stats, college football the ratings
That's what March Madness is, isn't it? That's college
March Madness is
football?
basketball.
Oh, okay.
But college basketball is probably bigger than NHL.
Probably.
I bet people in smaller markets like don't even know that the Coyotes exist.
Yeah, actually, probably.
If you were to ask someone,
probably people who live who live in Arizona probably don't even know the Coyotes.
100%.
Exist.
And like, aren't they in Glendale? Like they're not even in Arizona.
I don't know. That's a question for Cody.
I don't even think he'd know.
Glendale.
I think they're in Glendale. But if you were to ask someone in San Jose, who are the Ottawa Senators, they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like, I know you and me both listened to the Steve Dangle podcast, and a couple weeks ago they were talking about if LA Kings players get recognized in public, and like I don't think they
so.
would.
Not with the Clippers and
Like
the
the
Lakers and
Lakers,
Dodgers.
Clippers, Dodgers. This is just LA. Angels,
Oh yeah.
Rams, Chargers,
Plus LA, isn't that?
UCLA.
Is it near Hollywood?
Hollywood is in LA, I
Yeah.
think.
So I don't think NHL players are getting recognized. Maybe Wayne Gretzky. Maybe.
I don't think so.
Maybe. But
Maybe.
maybe it's just someone who's like, oh yeah, hockey, yeah, but I don't think
People
most
don't
people
give
are
a
in.
fuck about hockey.
Yeah, not in LA.
Not I think it's very rare to find a United States what am I trying to say? What are the things called? State.
Oh yeah.
I'm an idiot, dude. It took me that long to figure out state. It's very rare to find a state in the USA that knows a lot about hockey. Like, obviously, there's a bunch of people who love hockey and are hockey fans. But if you were to take everyone, no way it cracks the top 5.
I'm curious about this. Most viewed sports in
It's got to be.
America
College football is probably bigger than like
per
NBA.
state. Let's see. Is there somewhere I can find this? Most watched sports in America by state. Is there anything that says hockey? Here we go. Football. Basketball in Kentucky. Golf in Maryland. Golf in Georgia. Golf in New York.
Golf's a big
A
one, I
lot
guess.
of golf. There's no hockey. Golf in California. Golf in Alaska. You'd think Alaska would be hockey.
Honestly, though,
Hawaii golf. Arizona golf.
no, but literally, I feel like college football is way bigger.
Probably. Well, golf is bigger.
Golf's actually a pretty underratedly big sport.
Yeah.
Football bigger than the NHL. That's what I want to know.
NCAA Division I. Is that college basketball, I think?
Which one? NCAA is all. It's all college.
Okay, so there you go. So there's
Okay,
there
here.
isn't hockey on this page.
Okay, this is a article from 2014, so obviously this is extremely outdated. But it says this is from the Hockey News from 2014. This is a survey, is the sixth most viewed sport. It goes
Jeez.
pro football, baseball, college football, auto racing, and men's
Oh, yeah, that
pro
makes sense.
basketball. Then
Racing's huge.
Racing, I didn't even think about racing.
Racing is
way
huge.
bigger than hockey, man.
Racing's huge.
Like obviously,
F1, massive.
F1 is kind of crazy,
Yeah. That's
Um,
awesome.
but obviously in Canada it's a huge deal because
That's like our identity.
hockey is Canada's sport.
Yeah.
But if you were to look at the entire world, hockey is a tiny thing, and it makes a lot of sense why they don't get paid like baseball players.
Yeah.
Like-
It's just not as much income.
Also, the thing with like football is like you don't get a guaranteed contract in the NFL. Like so,
really?
like they can just cut you and you don't get your money. So
Oh,
like it
shit.
makes sense why there's more money there
Yeah.
because you don't get a guaranteed contract. Like in NHL, you get a guaranteed contract no matter
No
what.
matter what, yeah.
Like obviously, unless something brutal happens and they can't pay you, but like if you get bought out, you get paid. Like
If you're injured, you're paid.
injured, you're paid. If you play, you're paid. NFL, if they just cut you, you're just done.
You're done, kid.
Like in the NHL, if you were to get bought out, you just get your money, man. We're an hour and I have to lean to look because I'm not in my usual spot. We're an hour 6 in.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't even talked about something that I previewed earlier, Jack Eichel.
Oh, yeah, Jack Eichel. Yeah, we kind of got sidetracked with that.
No, I really enjoy the basketball pod talk.
Yeah.
It's something different to this pod that we don't get to because Cody doesn't really follow NBA. Like,
Yeah.
obviously in the playoffs we'll talk about it more,
Yeah.
but like it's nice to get a different sort of
Feel
and like point of view.
Yep.
Because like I'm a really big basketball fan, but like I'm not gonna, like I said earlier, like it's a little different with Cody because he's another host. Like
Yeah.
you're
I'm a guest.
our guest host, but putting people in a position to succeed. Like I feel like I kind of like dictate the show, and like I feel like forcing Cody to talk about basketball
He won't know much. He
wouldn't
won't know
be
much of
good.
anything.
just because he doesn't know basketball very well.
Yeah.
It's the same situation that we're in here. Like if I'm like, Mucky, let's talk about baseball.
I'd be like, Jose Bautista, Blue Jays.
Jose Bautista used to be really good.
Yeah, I know he was really good. That's when I watched a bit of baseball.
The Jose Bautista bat flip?
Yeah, that everyone was livid about.
That was the first baseball game I ever watched.
Really?
And when that happened, I'm like, that's normal. I'm like,
Oh,
that
yeah?
happens all the time, I bet.
Well, I was talking to my friend Ashley. If she's listening, she'll be happy to.
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out.
She wants a shout out because she's playing a curling tournament.
I was talking to her. We were sitting, and then I asked her. I was like, "So in curling, like when you hit a big shot, do you celebrate really hard or something? Like in hockey, like you get down on one knee, slide down the ice, everything." She's like, "No, that's so disrespectful." I'm like, "Are you kidding?" I was like, then Kita Kuchar, like, you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I feel like everyone has a different opinion on that. And
Kucherov is such a fucking bum, but like it's funny. It's funny.
What's your opinion on like selling like that? Like,
do it.
I'm the same way. Like there's gonna be people out there who are like
It's on sport. It hurts the other team's feelings.
don't
I don't care.
disrespect
Don't let me score.
the other team. Literally,
Don't let me score.
I'm of the mindset where celebrate like you're never gonna score again.
Yeah.
Every single goal.
I celly hard in ball hockey when I scored one goal, and I what did I do? I did something stupid, and then everyone just jumped on me like it's ball hockey. No one cares, but you score, and hell yeah, get hyped.
I'm also a fan of the antagonist.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to cheer for, unless my team's in it, I really enjoy cheering against the feel-good story.
I know you do. I know you do.
So cheering for the villain is fun for me, and watching when just imagine what team do you hate the most? Like
The most?
imagine San Jose scoring, tying the game, and they like throw the glove up and they're like boom, 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 boom.
I'm like, fuck.
No, and in the moment you'd be like, I hate that, but like I'm excited for that shit. Like
and even if you look at like highlights of McDavid, like that huge goal he had, and he goes into the corner and his face is all wide. I can't believe I just did that. Like that's the shit. Like that's awesome, right?
I'm a believer that pissing off the opponent is a part of
Fun.
sports.
It is.
It's gamesmanship.
Cars 3. Back to movie talk. Jackson Storms. I watched Cars 3 earlier.
That's
actually.
one of the times I didn't cheer for the antagonist.
Yeah.
Fuck Jackson Storm. Did you
yeah.
know the little sidetrack? But did you know the guy who played Jackson Storm is a cannibal?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't remember
Okay.
his name, but he does eat people.
Who is Jack? I'm gonna search this up now. But no, like Jackson Storm, he slows down and he chirps Cruz Ramirez. He's like, "You're never gonna be a race car driver. You're not gonna do it." And he's trying to get into her head. And you see that, like, look at Brad Marchand. He gets into the other guy's heads. and
We should
Panarin
talk
throws
about
glove at him.
we should talk about that because
Jackson Storm. Let me search this guy up. Jackson Storm. Who played him?
I don't remember, but I could be totally wrong. But that's what I heard from a friend.
Jackson Storm actor. I think that's what I need to say.
That's what I heard from a friend. So I could.
Army Hammer.
Is that his name?
Yeah, that's a cool name. Army Hammer Cannibal. Oh, he's the guy from Call Me by Your Name, or Call Me by My Name, or something. Is he? Army Hammer.
I don't remember.
I think that's stupid that he's in he's like a pretty little story about.
Cannibalism and abuse scandal.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie Call Me by Your Name or whatever it's called?
I don't think so.
It's not a good movie. Don't watch it.
There's a few. I kind of love shitty movies though.
No, it's just really boring.
There's a few. Have I seen this movie? What is this movie, dog?
Call Me by Your Name. Call Me by My Name. That one?
I feel like I've seen this movie. What do they do in this movie?
It's like a story about a guy who I didn't pay much attention to because it was so boring. But it's like a Timothy Chalamet. He plays like a kid who like struggling, I think, with his sexuality or something. And then the cannibal guy like talks through it with him, and then they have sex at the end of the movie. Something like that. It's insanely boring.
What's that movie where Khalid's made that song for it?
What? Khalid made a song.
I'm searching this up.
I don't know what you're trying to.
He made a song, and it's like the main song of that
Khalid
movie.
song in a movie.
Love Lies. That was Love Simon.
Oh, Love Simon is a good movie. If you want to watch a movie, they're kind of similar, but Love Simon's a lot better.
Love Simon was a good movie, and I've seen that movie, but I've never seen Call Me by My Name. Call Me by Your Name.
Call Me by Your Name. That's a good song, and it's called Mystery of Love. That's a good song, but the movie's bad. Don't watch it. It's a waste of 2 hours. It's so boring. Nothing happens.
Was it in theaters?
It has to have been in theaters.
Well, it could have been like released on like Netflix.
Call Me by Your. No, it's not a Netflix movie. I think it went to theaters. Bad movie.
Did you see it in theaters?
No. I saw it at my friend's house.
I haven't seen a shitty movie in a while.
It's not a shitty movie. It's just boring. Like, I'm sure if I actually sat down and watched the thing and was like, I want to watch this movie, I'd find it good. Like, Rotten Tomatoes gives it a good rating, 94%. It's a good movie. It's a boring movie. I would never watch it again.
Some movies just suck.
Yeah.
Me and Cody talked about this, but Ghostbusters was... It's a fine movie, but it's a little underwhelming. Like, I'm not trying to diss Ghostbusters. I know Hoop, a.k.a. Ryan, is a huge Ghostbuster fan, and he'll piss his pants and cry, not literally, but a little bit literally, if I diss Ghostbusters. That movie was fine. It was a little underwhelming. Like, I feel the same way where, not kind of a different way that you felt about that movie. Like, it was a good movie, but like,
It's
hyped
nothing
up a
that
lot.
Special. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a good movie, but like, it's
Yeah.
not something I'm gonna be like, I want to watch this shit again.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the last time I saw a movie that made me like genuinely want to be like, I want to watch this so much.
Avengers End Game. I watched it 3
I've never
times in
seen it.
theater. You have? Oh, are you a big Marvel guy?
I don't.
Oh, well,
I
you
haven't,
talked about this on the last podcast.
I haven't
You're
seen
not
a
huge
lot of
Marvel
those
guy.
movies.
No, that movie, I saw it like the day it released in theaters, and the atmosphere in that theater was unreal. It's like there's a scene in it.
No, I feel like that would be like, because it's a, if you are a Marvel fan, you can't just
That's
be
the
like on
shit.
the edge. Like, I feel like you have to be like a hardcore fan, or you're just like what am I trying to say? Like
a
I feel like
casual watcher.
you have to be a hardcore
You
fan.
have to know what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'd watch Endgame and I'll tell you right now, I'd be entertained, but like, it wouldn't mean as much to me as it does to
There
like,
was so
you.
much fan service in Endgame. Like there's the
Didn't
part
they play
where,
Fortnite or did they dab
yeah,
or
there's
whatever?
a part with Fortnite in it. But like the part where Captain America, like, you know about Thor's hammer, no one can
Yeah.
lift it unless you're worthy.
I know the basics.
Yeah, Thor's getting his shit beat or something, or someone is getting like killed by Thanos, and Captain America summons the hammer and it hits Thanos in the face, and then you just see like a close shot of Captain America holding the hammer, and the entire, like, a movie theater you're supposed to shut up, right? The entire theater went crazy.
They're like, oh
No, literally, the credits and everything, people were so hyped. Like Thanos getting punched in the face, everyone's like screaming. It was like watching like a UFC fight. That's how the crowd was. It was unreal,
That's something you have to see on opening.
and it was opening night or whatever it is.
You want to, speaking of like really like insane like atmospheres, I want to see a soccer game.
I don't know.
Like, I'm not a,
Soccer's so boring.
that's the like, it's, I'm not a huge soccer fan. Like, I've played it my whole life, but like, you can't, have you ever seen like soccer crowds?
Yeah, I see things like, and people are like crazy in the crowd and stuff.
That's,
too. That's
you
fu-
go for
what?
that. Like, you don't go for the game.
It's just so boring to me. I don't think I could ever watch it.
That's, well, it's a slow paced sport, but
Yeah.
like, you go for the crowd. You go because
Maybe, yeah.
that's an insane atmosphere, and like, I low key wish I would have got tickets to like the Canada
World Cup
games.
or whatever, yeah.
But that's something I like. I'm not a huge soccer fan, but I'd love to go. I'd check that off
Check
my
it off
list
your
to
list,
go
yeah.
just be in one of those crowds. People like get killed in them shits.
Seriously?
They're
hell?
100% people die in those crowds
Jesus
because it's just a
Christ.
bunch of drunk people getting
Oh, yeah.
hyped. Like, it's kind of reminds me of playoff hockey, but like
Hell yeah.
way bigger.
Big boy hockey.
Because soccer's the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's the biggest sport because it's so accessible. Like, I feel like I've talked about this on pod before, but like, to play hockey, you have to get skates, stick,
All sorts of
equipment, everything.
Yeah.
Soccer, you don't even need a ball.
Yeah, you can kick around a
You can
rock.
kick anything, and you're playing soccer. Same with basketball, kinda.
Yeah.
You need a hoop.
Well, you just need something you can throw something else into.
Yeah, but like, soccer is the biggest sport technically. I think running, like track, is probably the biggest sport because everyone can do that.
Yeah.
But like, if you're talking like the core sports, I feel like soccer's the biggest one.
Probably.
What were we saying before I derailed it? We were talking about
Getting
something.
in someone's head. Oh, yeah, because I talked about Jackson Storm. Getting in your head, and then I brought up Brad Marchand.
Oh yes.
The rat.
Have you? How much do you know about the
Panarin
Panarin-
situation?
Marchand sitch?
Well, I know they were probably just like chirping at each other, and then Panarin chucked his glove at him.
I heard that Brad Marchand said some shit about his country.
Oh, that's not okay. He should have thrown a skate at him. Then.
Let me see if I can find.
I'd
this.
pay to see that. Someone chuck a skate at Brad Marchand.
No, literally, I looked at the comments and they're like, should have thrown more than one glove. Just try and find it real quick.
I know they were talking about. I was watching some podcast earlier, and they were talking about it. I know they were talking something about Thanksgiving, maybe. I don't know.
I'm just trying to find it real quick. Brad Marchand made some Russian-centric comments towards Artemi Panarin in today's game.
I don't think that's okay.
Marchand allegedly said something among the lines of, "No one likes you there," while bringing up Russian President Vladimir Putin, of whom Panarin has been critical of in the past. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't think you can bring up someone's like country and stuff like that. Even if it's Russia where they do some bad stuff, like you can't do that.
That's what we call.
You can't do that.
I hate West McCall. That's what we call xenophobia.
Yeah, no.
And that's not good. A quote from Artemi Panarin. In the NHL, lots of people say bad words sometimes. How do we want to be as humans? ? For kids and everybody, we have to be good examples because as athletes, lots of kids watch us.
Yeah.
Trash talk is pretty popular, but I think a balance is important.
And trash talk is different than being racist.
Yeah, like saying you suck is different than making comments on someone's race or nationality.
Yeah, or anything like that where like, yeah, you can go up to somebody, you can tell me my shot is a muffin.
That's a lot
chirp.
different.
You can't tell me that. You can't say things like racist things, even like homophobic things, stuff like that. It's not wanted in the sport.
If I can't say racist things, what world do we live in?
A better one? What? Well, I don't know what you're trying to say.
No, that was just a stupid joke.
Oh, okay.
Not a
Segue.
not a racist joke. I was just playing the character of the guy in that position. What world can we live in if I can't say fucked up stuff?
Yeah, no, like I don't know. Bradley, you're a silly goose. Stop.
No, literally. What? There's a Canadian TV personality for a long time named Don Cherry who used to say really fucked up shit for a long time. And that's just not something that we can talk about.
You can't tolerate that shit.
Yeah, you can't tolerate that shit. You can't talk about that kind of stuff. Like, that's just not okay.
Yeah.
It happened for a long time with Don. Just not something that should be in the game. Like, I feel like racism and xenophobia are two different things on the same fucked up scale. Like, for people who don't know, xenophobia is just like nationalities.
Yeah, something. Yeah, it's more like that. I think
Like
immigrant type stuff. I think.
Pardon?
I think it's just like immigrant type stuff. I don't know.
Kind of, but it's.
I don't know all the.
Like racism's like making fun of someone's race, and xenophobia is what Brad's doing. Where like Russian isn't a race, but it's his nationality, and it's like what Don Cherry used to. Don Cherry hates Russians and he hates Swedes and everyone, and that's technically not your race, but it's
where you're from.
It's where it's your nationality, and that's just as bad.
Yeah, you can't like you can't do that. Like I don't know, people are so stupid.
Like I'm surprised that there hasn't been more on Marchand.
Oh yeah. Like even any hockey player, like you're telling me PK Subban's playing and people aren't saying slurs to him. Like, come on,
shit like that probably happens all the time.
Yeah,
like Brandon Manning did that in the AHL a couple years ago.
Yeah,
there's stories of Wayne Simmons and Jr. where people just throw like banana peels at him.
Yeah, like like you're telling me Ryan Reeves is punching you in the face and you're not gonna say something like that to him. Like, well, not that you should, obviously, but like, no,
yeah,
like,
maybe you
no,
should
like,
rephrase
yeah, I'm gonna
that.
rephrase that. Like,
let's
okay,
rephrase that.
Okay, back. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay,
You're like, you gotta rephrase that.
I'm definitely rephrasing it. Like. You're, okay,
I think people know that's not what you meant.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying like you're telling me that people have been punched in the face by Ryan Reeves and haven't been so upset with him where they start saying stuff like that, and that's something you can't be doing. Like, tell him he's bad at hockey, but you can't say crap like that.
We've talked. Me and Cody have talked about in length on this show about hockey culture, and that's just something shitty that's been a part of hockey culture forever. So like. It's happened before. Like, I don't want to speak for these athletes of color because I don't know because I'm not them.
Yeah.
But like, it's like they've played I'm not talking just NHL. They've played. If you're in the NHL, you've played hockey your
For a
entire
while,
life. Like something's bound to have happened, and it's not okay.
Well, I don't know if there's any like openly LGBT members in the NHL, but you're telling me they haven't been called something ever?
Luke Prokop, who is a Edmonton Oil King and a Nashville Predators draft pick, is I think the first openly LGBTQ plus person.
Yeah.
Obviously, in women's hockey, there's a lot of openly gay and like LGBTQ people. But like in the NHL, that's never really happened. And like I think it's hard to believe that no one gay has ever played in the NHL.
Yeah, no, like there definitely has been. And it's sad that they can't go out and be themselves because Brad Marchand's going to say something mean to you.
And like obviously that's not confirmed.
Yeah.
Like it's just allegedly, but like if it is true, fuck you, Brad Marchand.
I think there's more than a $5,000 fine for Brad there. Did he get fined? No,
he didn't.
Panarin got fined.
Panarin got fined for throwing his glove. Also, McKinnon threw his helmet or someone's helmet at someone a couple years ago.
Didn't Sidney Crosby throw someone into the boards like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Did he
that's
get fined?
Kind of badass. No, but that's different. That was more of a puck battle, and he just tossed him. But like, I hope the NHL looks more into that because like, that's not okay, dude. Like,
and it gets to a point where it's like, oh, they do like mic'd up and stuff. Like Austin Matthews is mic'd up. Is it a thing where players should be mic'd up, where if they're saying shit like that?
I think they should.
Proof? I think that's something they could do. Protects your players.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah.
To have almost 50 dudes mic'd up.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they still should figure out a way where they can protect their players more like that against things like racism and stuff like that.
Like, there's obviously it's just alleged, but like, if people were to hear that, they should stand up for that shit.
Oh yeah.
Like. We're at an hour 27. We're kind of just flowing this ebb.
Yeah.
I don't got anything to do, damn. Vancouver Canucks.
Cheeks.
What do you think? Me and Cody talked about this last episode, but it feels like such more of a shit show.
Didn't something happen with JT Miller?
JT Miller isn't happy in Vancouver.
I don't know who is happy in Vancouver.
I was listening to the Steve Dangle podcast earlier. I didn't finish the episode, but they were talking about just the whole Vancouver situation. Did you listen to the new ep yet?
With the hockey guy?
No.
Oh, no. I listened to the hockey guy one.
They released one on Friday, but I was listening to that. And they're talking about Vancouver and like Bo Horvat seems like a personality where what they were talking about where he's like he's a management guy, like he agrees with the coach, the GM, everyone, and JT Miller kind of goes against the grain, and just the whole situation is fucked up. Like Vancouver is a team of mediocre to.
They seem like a decent team on paper. You have Pettersson, Brock Besser.
Pettersson's been horrible.
Yeah, Pettersson's been bad.
I know you listen.
Connor Garland's had a good year. Had a decent year, I think. People have talked about that.
Connor Garland is a underrated pickup. I still don't understand the Oliver Ekman-Larsson trade. A player who's been trending down for years and has a horrible contract. Like I get they got a little bit of it retained, but like. He's not a great player, man.
People thought he was the worst contract in the NHL, didn't they?
He might be, man. I don't know who, like, objectively is worse. There is a lot of horrible contracts. Like that's not me saying Oliver Ekman-Larsson sucks. I just don't think he's good. He is an NHL defenseman, not for that money, especially when the contracts they traded with Jay Beagle, Antoine Roussel, and Louis Eriksson all expire this year. Oh, that's really? $12 million, man.
Jesus.
Like it's 6. It might even be more. It might be. I thought Roussel and Beagle make 3. So it's at minimum $12 million that would have came off the books this year, but now you're committing that money to Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Yeah, how much is Ekman-Larsson?
It's in the sevens.
7.
They got a little bit retained.
This year's 7,260 is what I'm on the cap friendly, but that's what they're paying him now.
Yeah, a little bit of it was retained by Arizona.
Yeah.
Not enough. He's a poor defenseman making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's not working out. And I think it's very funny to watch the fall of... I think it's very funny to see how poor Vancouver is when everyone knew that they were a poorly constructed team. Like, if you look at analytics, this team is horrible.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not big. I don't look much into analytics and stuff.
I love advanced stats.
Yeah?
That's my favorite thing. I did a project in grade 11 on advanced stats on how Cody Ceci is bad, but like the title of the project was going to be Cody Ceci is horrible. But then in my research, I found that he was mediocre.
Oh.
He like
nice.
advanced stats wise, like puck possession wise, he was like middle of the pack.
Wow.
But like at the same time, advanced stats doesn't measure mental lapses and how poor you play in here, like in your mind.
Yeah.
Like, decision making isn't all there for players like Cody Ceci, and I feel like Oliver Ekman-Larsson is in the opposite boat, where like he has all the talent in the world, but he's just not there anymore.
Yeah,
like it's hard.
He was really good.
He was,
He used to be really good.
It's hard to perform at that level for that long.
Yeah,
and it's impressive seeing players play till like an old age, not like an old age, because like older in hockey terms. For not even just hockey terms, like LeBron James is like 38 now,
something like that. Yeah,
and he's like
still pretty damn good.
Still arguably the best player in the league currently.
Yeah.
I think that team sucks.
The Lakers?
No, the Canucks.
I was like, we talked about that, dude.
I think the Canucks suck. And I don't think firing coaches and GMs will do anything, because you still have a team problem where your team is just not very good.
Yeah.
And they're gonna make a mistake where they trade the wrong player.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I don't know who you trade. Like, you obviously want to trade Ekman-Larsson, but you can't.
Who the hell's taking Ekman-Larsson?
You just acquired him. Tucker Poolman got signed for 4 years. No disrespect to Tucker Poolman, don't get me wrong, but like, Tucker Poolman for 4 years, giving me the Louis Eriksson, Jay Beagle, Antoine Roussel vibes. Holy shit, dude!
And they have $0 in cap room.
They have no money,
which is like, okay, if you're a like big contending team like Tampa, like dare I say Vegas, okay. That makes sense because you're trying to be as good as you can. But if you're a low, bad team, why do you want to be having no money?
They have no flexibility, and they aren't winning. And the thing is, like I mentioned 5 minutes ago, Beagle, Roussel, and Eriksson would have been up this year. They would have had $12 million to spend next year. But now they don't, because they're paying OEL.
Jeez.
OEL and... Connor Garland's a good player.
Yeah, I think they got someone good with Garland, but what's his contract like?
It's not horrible. It's actually pretty solid.
4.9 until 2026.
It's a lot of cap like allocated to players who probably don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Like, that's not Connor Garland, that's OEL, that's Tyler Myers, that's Tucker Poolman, that's Tanner Pearson, that's Brandon Sutter's contract was up, so it's not as bad as it was.
Isn't Brock Besser having a bad year too?
Brock Besser is having a horrible year, but like I'd still pay him that money.
Yeah.
Thatcher Demko's really good.
Oh, Thatcher Demko is unreal.
Thatcher Demko is really good, and at the time I criticized that contract because it seemed too early for one of those.
Oh no, I think Thatcher Demko's top 2 goalie once Vasilevsky falls off and stuff like that. You know, like as the newer generation starts coming up, I think that Thatcher Demko can take over.
Hold on a second. Like right now?
No, not right now. No, not right now. I'm saying as the big dogs
fall off.
I was gonna say
'Cause
that's
Demko's
your
still young,
Demko's
isn't he?
second best goalie in
25
the
years old.
league.
No.
I was gonna hit you with the get off this pod and never come back.
No. That's like my I want Iguodala.
I want Iguodala. Actually, you know what? If you had that opinion, I'd bring you back on every episode.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want controversy?
I like
Drives
Max
attention.
Kellerman. I think he's awesome.
I actually do really.
I think Kellerman
I
for
really
a while was the
enjoy.
only one who talked with his brain and first.
I think Max Kellerman is a good like media person, a good analysis guy. But he was there for one reason only to
argue with Stephen A. Smith.
Argue with Stephen
A. Smith.
And I actually really want to see Max Kellerman in his like own environment where he has his own show.
He does have his own show.
Does he?
Yeah, the Max Kellerman show.
Shit.
It's like Stephen A. Smith's own. That's why I think he got. That's why he got the boot from First Take. I think to have his own show.
Oh.
And he's on a different show with two other. I forget what their names are, but it's like Max, someone else, and someone else. That's their show. And he has the Max Kellerman show. I think.
Maybe I should check that out.
Sure.
I obviously haven't checked it out.
Kellerman.
But
I'm pretty sure.
Also, another thing with Vancouver is they bought out Braden Holtby immediately after signing him.
And also, they're still paying Roberto Luongo.
Still? I thought that was
Recapture penalty, 2021 to 22, $3 million. I don't even know what that is. You probably
that's because he retired early and he had an illegal contract.
Oh, okay.
Like
So if he was still playing, then they'd still be paying him?
No, they wouldn't pay him.
Okay. I was like, what?
What happened with that was before the 12-13 lockout, like the half season, there's a bunch of illegal contracts. Duncan Keith's another one where they just signed him for a boatload of years. It was a shitload of years at the money was really low, and then it'd ramp up near the end. So those are illegal contracts now. So like if Duncan Keith retires today, the Hawks would be hit with a cap or capture penalty.
Oh, okay.
Most of the players are gone. I think Zach Parise and Ryan Suter would have had that, but they got bought out, so that you don't have to worry about that because the money is you're just going to be paying them buyout money anyways. There was a few players like that. Duncan Keith's definitely one of them. Roberto Luongo was one of them.
That's funny.
Few players. But no, Vancouver is a shitty team. Montreal Canadiens are also off to the worst start in franchise history, which is hilarious. Really? I saw a post that said worst in franchise history.
Caulfield's back now, right? Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, he has 1 goal.
Goat.
That's my Calder favorite.
Really?
No.
Okay.
That was the NHL's Calder favorite, the betting one.
Yeah.
He's not going to win the Calder.
Who's it now? Probably what? Probably Lucas Raymond. Right? Who
Yeah.
else is, I'd say one.
Michael Bunting. He is a rookie. He actually has 12 points. You know who has a lot of points? Moritz Seider.
Really?
He's like I think he has like 15 points as a defenseman, as a rookie defenseman.
Jesus.
That's your Red Wings.
Yeah, I don't really follow the Red Wings much anymore, dude.
But you're a big Wings fan.
I'm not a big Wings fan.
Used to be.
I liked the Wings when I was little, but I didn't follow them. Like I didn't know everything about them, dude. Sorry. If you did a quiz on me for
you
the
should
Red
be
Wings,
sorry.
I wouldn't know everything. It'd be like Pavel Datsyuk, all my answers.
So you weren't really a big Red Wings fan.
I liked them, but I wasn't like.
Your Instagram was Jimmy Howard lover.
I love Jimmy Howard. Okay, I like the players on that team, but then I didn't.
Do you?
I never followed them. I don't know who any of their draft picks were or anything.
Do you know that about Vegas?
Who? What?
Like, do you follow Vegas like that, or are you?
Yeah, I follow Vegas like that.
Do you know who their first round pick was
this year? I can't say his name. Was that him?
No,
I don't know then.
I think it was Brendan Brisson.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I can never say his damn name.
Lecision.
I can't say. He's been playing good. He got sent back down to Henderson though, but I think he's been playing decent.
I don't. Wasn't he a second round pick? Jake Lecision. I think he was a second round pick.
I don't know, but I saw he got sent back down today, and I was a bit sad about that because he's been playing pretty good.
Just like stupid like NHL facts, like especially I just know like random shit. Like I probably shouldn't know that it was Brendan Brisson. I think it was Brendan Brisson.
67th overall in 2017. I was very off.
Yeah, you damn right you were.
Delicious.
The only reason I know about their draft pick this year is because his dad is like one of the big NHL agents.
Yeah, no, I don't follow much prospecty stuff. I don't know.
I just know all that shit for some reason.
I don't know.
It
It's
just
never
sticks in my
interested
head.
me that much.
I love the draft.
I don't.
Draft is my favorite day of the year.
If I'm playing franchise mode in Chell, I sim the draft.
You don't even pick your own picks?
I don't pick my players. Unless I have the first overall pick, I don't pick. Because I don't want to.
It takes like 5 minutes.
I just don't want to. Like, I think...
Not even your first round pick?
No. Unless I have a lottery pick, I don't do it.
I think you should pick your first and second round picks and then just sim the draft.
No, I don't. I think I made an expansion team in my Chell 21, and then I somehow got the first overall pick. I picked Laugh, and I called it a day.
That's funny.
That's it. I picked Laugh, and I wanted him or someone else. I can't remember, but I picked Laugh and called it a day.
That's my favorite part. I love the draft.
I hate the draft. I like making trades. I hate the draft.
Not in Chell. It's kind of a boring thing in Chell, but like in real life, I love the draft and I love free agency.
Free agency's fun.
I love because I'm also like a big cap nerd. Like I feel like from listening to the show and just from like today, you can tell that like I am a big cap space guy.
Yeah.
Like something about free agency and just like cap, I'm just like, ooh.
How do you fix Vegas?
How do I fix Vegas?
What would you do to free up their space?
I gotta look at their team, but I'd trade. They don't really have a lot of. I think I talked about this a few episodes. I just wouldn't have acquired Evgeny Dadonov.
He's been playing decent actually. He's been doing better. He's kind of a bum, but in the new with the injuries and how he's been kind of forced into a better spot, he's been playing decent.
I think he's a good player, but I don't think
That's
they.
Cap it, I think.
It's $5 million. I think he's a good player, but I just don't think it makes sense for them to acquire him. So what is your question for when Eichel comes back?
Ready? What do you do?
Well, I think Riley Smith's going to get traded.
Riley Smith?
Because he's 1 year left, UFA. Same kind of deal with Matthias Janmark, just because he's a UFA. I don't think you can. That's the thing with Vegas is.
Who do you give up?
All the players, they need to trade these guys, but like, who do you trade? Like Riley Smith's a great player.
Yeah, and he's having he's been playing well too recently. Like he had a bit of an off season last year, but
like I bet you could find a taker for Evgeny Dadonov, but like that's also a tough contract to trade. The defense, I don't think is strong enough to trade someone from.
I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to trade anybody from the defense.
Like Braden McNabb, you could trade, but like if you trade Braden McNabb, then you have Pietrangelo, Theodore, Haig, Coughlin, Hutton, Whitecloud,
which is fine, but I think McNabb, and he's also kind of like our big guy. Without Revo, he's our big guy.
Like, no disrespect to like Zach Whitecloud, but is he a top 4 defenseman?
I don't think he's top 4.
Was Nick Haig top 4? I actually think Nick Haig is top 4.
The how it is when they're healthy, I think it's Pietrangelo, Haig, Theodore, McNabb, Coughlin, Whitecloud, I think. Don't quote me.
I actually really like Nick Haig.
Me too.
So I think he is a top 4.
Yeah.
But like Ben Hutton, no. Whitecloud is a good defenseman, don't get me wrong. Zach Whitecloud makes $2.75 next year.
Yeah, they signed him this year. They gave him an extension.
Holy shit, what is Vegas going to do? Someone's getting traded.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, next year, Max Pacioretty might get traded.
I wouldn't be shocked. He's also been injured almost every year.
Not this year, but, like, next year, I'm talking, like, in the offseason, he'll have 1 year left. He'll be 33, 34. Mm-hmm. That's just someone you kind of have to trade to make room.
I'm wearing his jersey right now.
Obviously, Dadonov, you could probably make the same argument with. No, but I would. It probably makes most sense to trade Smith plus. And that's really shitty because, like, Vegas doesn't really have the depth. I guess you could also trade. You know who I totally forgot about was Alec Martinez.
Martinez.
Like you
Oh,
can
yeah,
trade
I forgot about
McNabb. You
him,
can
too.
trade McNabb if you have
I
Martinez.
totally forgot about Alec Martinez. He's been injured for a bit. He got a skate to the face. I totally forgot about Alec Martinez.
William Karlsson, you could make a argument to trade to.
Yeah, but then I'm wondering with the centers.
Stevenson,
Then
Janmark.
He's playing in the third and fourth line because it would go Eichel,
Janmark.
Karlsson, or Eichel, Stevenson.
Is Janmark not a center?
Yeah, Janmark's a center. And
I'd
then
go.
who? Nick Roy? Maybe.
You go. Well, I don't think your fourth line center's too crucial.
Yeah.
Like I think you can rotate a Brett
Roy's been
Howden.
he's played good though. He plays the wing, I think, third line when they're
Who?
healthy. Nick Roy.
Yeah, they also picked up Adam Brooks, Leaf legend, and he can play a regular
Michael
NHL
Amadio.
shift. Fucking Michael Amadio. That pisses me off that they kept Amadio over Brooks because Amadio played like 3 games.
Really?
Yeah, and then they waived him. But I totally forgot about Alec Martinez and like William Karlsson.
Yeah, I forgot about Martinez.
I think the guys you trade because you have to make up $10 million. I think it's Riley
Well,
Smith.
They already have, I think, $4 million with Tuck gone.
I guess yes.
So you only need, I think, about 5, somewhere around 5.
Okay, so I think the realistic option is Smith and McNabb. I think you trade Riley Smith and Braden McNabb because Alec Martinez, this is what healthy. You can go Petrangelo Martinez, Theodore Haig, and then White Cloud, plug in Coughlin or Hutton.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I also think Nolan Patrick will be their fourth line center.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Nolan Patrick.
This is obviously fully healthy.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to check IR when I was looking. I'm like, holy shit, Vegas is very thin. And then I looked on IR and it's like Martinez, Patrick, Karlsson.
Eichel.
You could also trade William Karlsson, but like then it's like what we just talked about, who plays center other than Eichel.
Because I feel like the centers are so much better with Carl. Well, obviously, but like then your centers go Eichel, Karlsson, Stevenson, Patrick or whoever on the Matias, whoever.
Would you rather trade Karlsson or Smith?
How long is Karlsson's contract for?
A long time.
Probably.
He's got like 6 years left, man.
Oh. But he's getting paid more. His contract's kind of bad, but it's not. I don't know. I can't even see him on the cap friendly.
UFA at the end of 26-27.
I think Smith.
I think Smith too. I think it's got to be
Smith.
Smith and probably McNabb will get traded because healthy you got Martinez, Petrangelo, Theodore, Haig.
It'll probably be. Yeah.
It's gonna suck to lose Smith, but you also gotta realize Karlsson could probably play the wing too if you really wanted.
Yeah.
Like you'd have
Our misfit line. No.
You'd have Stone, Pacioretty, Dadonov, Carrier, Marchessault.
Janmark.
Could play wing. You have a bunch of wingers who can plug in. I think Vegas will be fine.
I think if you're giving up someone, it's a winger.
It's probably going to be Riley Smith.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot more to talk about. Adam Gaudette got claimed by Ottawa. That's pretty minimal. Adam Gaudette kind of sucks. But good for him. He'll get some playing time in Ottawa. There's a lot of baseball to talk about, but obviously I'm going to wait. We're going to wait till Cody gets back. We talked about hella basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Do you have anything you want to talk about more?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything. Is there anything that we missed?
We talked about a lot. Troy Terry point streak ended as well.
Oh, yeah.
Flames
are on a tear.
Oilers are really good. The Leafs are on a tear.
Oh, yeah. The Leafs are doing good, too.
Best team in Canada.
Yeah.
It's my boys.
Maybe.
Somebody's playing in like a milestone game. I think Jason Spezza plays in his like 1100th game tomorrow.
Damn. Jason.
He scored did you see his goal against the Kings?
No.
Oh,
the like bomb or something. Yeah. Top shelf or something with this. Yeah, I saw it on LFR.
He's sick, man. No, I don't have anything really I want to talk about more. Like we've covered a lot.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
And we are An hour 50. I think this is our longest ep.
Oh yeah,
You wanna-
history again?
Literally, our longest ep was when you.
My intro ep.
Yeah, your first time. That was our longest ep. I think we beat it. Do you have anything
Sweet.
like at all? Because like I don't have much more.
I can't even think. I know they played a game early. I saw on the Chris Johnsons they played Contender versus Pretenders. I know that. I thought that was cool.
Holy shit!
With,
The Knights are losing 2-0.
No, who scored?
Nugent Thompson's and
Oh, is that
Zach
his first
Hyman.
goal?
Is that his first goal of the year?
Is it?
I don't know.
Dude,
Zach Hyman. That's my
how
fantasy.
many shot? Oh, 14 shot. Who's in net for Miko? I swear to God, start being more Miko. Marshy with the penalty. Oh, and he's back and he's on my IR. I think.
Oh my God! Did you even set your lineups when you got here?
No, I forgot.
Mucky forgot to set his lineups in our fantasy.
Shit.
I looked at your team yesterday and I'm like,
Oh, I have Pacioretty on the IR and oh no, I'm looking at the wrong team. Whoops.
I was looking at your team yesterday because you and me are in like a really close battle for like points,
Shit.
like on like assists and shit like that.
Pacioretty on the bench, Seguin on the bench, Goudreau on the bench. Start lineups. Damn it.
Go, Mucky, go!
Okay, bit better. Robertson against Arizona. I have too many wingers playing today.
Our fantasy update is I'm first,
Yep.
as it should be.
How are we close in points racing? What?
I'm
You have,
talking
like 20 on me.
no, not like that kind of points, but like if you look at like the points breakdown, like goals and assists and like points, you and me are really close, and like I'm trying to get those from you.
Damn. That sucks.
But I think I'm just about ready to wrap. I'm hungry.
I am hungry as well. Maybe we do a pack rip after.
Ooh.
I haven't ripped packs in a while.
I haven't ripped packs in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Last time I ripped a pack was live on pod a couple episodes ago.
I got a cool Ovechkin Hockey Heroes. That one was cool.
I only have the one Hockey Heroes card.
I have 3. Oh,
I also
did
haven't.
Dylan Larkin have one? Maybe.
I don't. I only have a DeBrincat one. But I haven't ripped a lot of packs this year. Obviously season goes forever.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just about ready to wrap.
Sure.
Do you want to shout anything out, Muck?
No, I think I'm okay. I've shouted out everything else.
Okay, I'll shout out. Follow the Misyk And Maat Sports Talk on Instagram, Misyk And Maat Sports Talk. You can check out our website. It's in my Instagram bio. It's also in my Twitter bio. Ethan Matt, ETHANMAAT. Check it out. Check out the other pods we're on. I don't know what you're listening on. SoundCloud, YouTube, whatever. It's all Misyk And Maat Sports Talk. Yeah. Hope you guys really enjoyed this app. This was a really good app. This is a lot of fun.
I was looking at Breland. He texted me some.
Wow.
Sorry.